Yo, what up? Is your boy Red, and I'm gonna talk about how to tell which codex you need. Talking about the edition and stuff, and how to figure out which codex is the edition you want. Now, I just started playing earlier this year. Well, not even playing. I'm building my armies. I have 4 armies: Battle Sisters, Necron, Space Marines, and now I have Slaanesh. And with that, you need the edition codex books, right? Right now they're in the 9th edition. But most of them haven't been converted to 9th edition because some of the rules still are good from the 8th edition, such as the Battle Sister Codex is still the 8th edition, but the Space Marines Necrons are the 9th, and so on, right? So, you know, how to tell which one you're getting, stuff like that. It doesn't straight out tell you on the book cover or anything like that. You kind of have to know. And this is just a quick little guide of, you know, which one you need and, you know, which edition it is. I didn't get screwed over, but I bought the wrong one for the demons for Slaanesh, and this is why I'm doing this. First of all, I'm gonna give you the reasons why I buy these books, because they're kind of pricey. The new ones cost $50 and so forth, right? The lore is amazing in these books. I spend time reading these books. I love it. I know people that just buy it for the lore, and I actually enjoy it. The art, beautiful art pieces of art, showcasing miniatures that are painted, stylized art. This is great. I enjoy looking at the artwork and stuff, and it's just changed over the years. But yeah, that's another reason I buy these books. Catalog, meaning you can see for each individual army how many miniatures that, you know, Games Workshop has, and it's pretty good. I mean, I guess they used to have a magazine back in the day. They might still. I'm not sure on that. The design. I'm a graphic designer by trade, and I love seeing how they design these books, seeing the pictures and not overpower the text. You do a great job on that. It's another reason I buy these books, and that's just me personally, right? And then the last one has to be the most important one that everyone buys these codexes and spends $50 or whatever, and that's the how to play that army, meaning the data sheets, the weapons, the war gear, the stratagems, everything you need to know for that army to be basically triumphant, battle forge and all that stuff, crusading. It's great. And that's why it's important to get the right book for the right time if you want to play, you know, competitively, or the right way, I guess. No, not the right way, I hate saying that, but the current way, I guess. All right, so these are the Warhammer codexes for the Necrons, the Space Marines that came out in 2020. You can see over there I have a bunch of more figures I gotta build. So let's get into it, right? The Necron books look amazing. The new books look amazing. They're hardcover. They cost $50 a piece. The Necron one I got first, and then I got the Space Marines. Couldn't find it anywhere. I waited for Games Workshop to have a copy. Boom, had it, because it was overpriced. Don't get scalped, all right? $50 is good enough. You can see they have the name of the armies plus the codex, and then you have Warhammer big logo, and then they have a border on top. That's how the 9th edition books look like. All right, so if you're looking for 9th edition, this is it. They haven't made one for every single army, but so far a couple. I think Death Guard. What else? These two. I think the Thuraki. No, I don't know yet. I'm just saying what I have on my top of my head, but you can always find the date the book was published right there, 2020. That's another way to figure out what edition it belongs to, and I'll give you the edition dates at the end. This is the Adeptus Sororitas or Battle Sister book. It's an 8th edition. As you can see, all 8th editions are kind of framed. I love that. I actually enjoy the 8th edition books a lot more. I think they were designed really well. Similar, they have the Warhammer figure thing on top, and then they have a more bigger, you know, bold Adeptus Sororitas thing logo on the bottom. That's how you know this is 8th edition. They're always framed. And of course, a lot of people say 8th edition added the M to the data sheets, which is movement, which I didn't understand until I messed up and bought a wrong edition book. And I'm gonna show you guys that right now. So yeah, let me get this over. Here we go. This is the demon book that I purchased. Cost me $10 most on eBay. It didn't say which edition it was, but it had the picture of this demon on there, which actually the 8th edition does have. But the thing is, like I said, 8th edition has to be framed. This is not framed. It looks pretty cool though. See, it stretches out like the 9th edition, but it doesn't have the border on top. So I was kind of confused. Maybe it was a special edition, just like the Death Destroyer Orders had, but no, actually. You see, no frame. I kind of was suspicious on that, but like I said, it was only $10. I didn't spend a lot. And then when I opened it, the artwork, I mean, it was cool. Don't get me wrong, it was some cool ass artwork, but it was different from what I've seen in the 8th edition and the 9th edition. Something older. So I was like, damn. And then when I was going through the data sheets, let me see if I can find one. Where's it at? Here we go, right? Okay, let's go with the mask, right? I actually just purchased the mask for Slaanesh. Here we are. So I was going through the data sheet and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I've never seen these. There was an eye, first of all. There's no movement on this. And then there's an eye. And then these have no saving throws. Even I know. You could look at Warhammer Wikipedia or whatever, War whatever it's called, and you can see the current stats for these characters in the 9th edition. And I'm like, these do not match up. What's going on here? And yeah, I mean, this is, I found out actually, I looked at the date in the book and it said 2012. I'm like, damn. Yeah, that sucks. I had the 6th edition book for the demons, which is not bad. I mean, like I said, it doesn't fit the how-to criteria, but everything else fit what I picked and buy these books from. And $10 for the lore, the design, the artwork, and stuff like that, I think it was worth it. I was like, whatever, I'm gonna keep this book. And yeah, another way to tell which edition you have is by the ISBN. A bunch of great guys did this online. If you type in the ISBN for Warhammer books, it'll tell you if it's current or is it playable, and they did a good job on that. So that's a couple ways to know you know which edition you're getting, and here are the release dates for those editions, so you know which one by the date, because they don't never tell you on eBay or Amazon, hey, this is the 8th edition, stuff like that. Sometimes it will, not all the time. All right, so the 9th edition was released October 2020, newest ones. 8th edition June 2017. Those are probably still the current ones that you can use to play, unless the army's been updated in 9th edition, like the Space Marines and so forth. 7th edition was released May 2014, and then the 6th edition was released 2012. That's the one I got. So yeah, it's changed quite a bit. They added movement and stuff like that. Some of the characters, I was reading through the demons, I'm like, man, these characters are tough as fuck and stuff like that. And then you see the 9th edition rules, I'm like, oh, they weaken the demons. I was like, oh, that's crazy. So yeah, that's how you know which one you need, which edition, because you need the current one to play, and how to tell which edition it is. Best bet, like I said, ISBN number, use that, or the date. But don't use pictures. It's kind of hard. People buy the wrong editions all the time. But another way to get the most current codex is, of course, going through Games Workshop. Buy it there, you know, support them. They're usually cheaper for the codexes. People, scalpers, trying to get that stuff. But yeah, that's the way you know which the more current codex. They still sell the current ones. From what I've seen, you still see 8th edition and 9th edition. You don't see any 7th or 6th there. So that's another way too. All right. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, hit that sub, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.